Yay. Yay. It's not Wednesday. It's
Onesie day.
it's onesie day. It's onesie day, you guys. We actually have rain here in California. Oh, I'm showing out a little bit too much. We have rain here in California. It's scary storms. So scary that I've had relatives text me from other states saying, "Are you okay, cousin?" Because I guess it's on the news everywhere that we've got rain. So we're in our onesies. He looks adorable. It is Tuesday. It's not Wednesday. And I don't know why I don't see any viewers in here yet. Are we in the right one? 76. Yeah, it says we're live. Okay, great. Let's see. This one came in right away. First person to give us a shout out was Keena King. Hashtag Team Tanjareen. Hashtag Team Ring with my favorite emojis. Thank you, Keena King, for being the first one to leave a comment as soon as I created this broadcast link. Shout out to Jordan Taylor right after her. Can't wait. This video is going to be epic. Bonafide Her podcast says we in here, and you know that's Ashley Elise. I did her podcast after last Wednesday show, so check out that. She's posting clips of it on her Instagram and TikTok. Latasha Luxuries is in here with our favorite emojis. MGR. Green Ranger. We love him. We in this thing a whole day early. Hashtag Team CT all day. Hashtag Team Rain. And then T-Hawk was confused. He said, on Tuesday, this the oldie but goodie? Laughing. So he has no idea. Yes, we're early. Why are we early?
Because tomorrow I have something to do during the time of the show.
That's all you're giving them?
Yeah. Haven't you learned your lesson from House Party?
My lesson from when you did House Party? Okay. He has something to do tomorrow, and it starts around the same time as the show. So he's asked if we can go early today here. So thank you guys for sharing this, because people are not used to seeing us here for Marriage Go Round on a Tanjareen Tuesday. That's normally for Tanjareen's Top Talent. So let everybody know. Go ahead and share this. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up on YouTube. Hit the heart or the thumbs up on Facebook, and let's have a good time. And
I thought when you got cut out of a movie, you still get your residuals. They didn't give me no residuals. That's crazy. They must have deleted my day.
Yeah, I don't even know. Did they even turn your paperwork in?
Right. Well, I got the check, the original check.
The first check.
Yeah, but I didn't get the residuals. Ain't that what y'all strike for?
Well, baby, this happened. You got cut before the strike.
Man, I need my funds.
This is why we struck.
I'm on my Ronnie voice. My funds.
I need my funds. Raising Kane, and shout out to London Brown on the show. What's up, Lexi Lex? Hi, Tanjareen and CT. Love the onesies. Thanks, Latasha Luxuries. I wish you could
start at 4:00.
No, I actually scheduled this live for 4:05.
No, I know that.
Umpteenth time.
I know that.
So that I have time to do all the things I have to do before I come in down here to start the broadcast.
Gotcha.
So no is the answer. No. And you're okay with that.
So we're never
because you were late last week and got mad at me. So when I'm late, you get mad, and when you're late, you get mad. So I can't win.
May I add something?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 76 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with the real life married couple. Your host, Tanjareen.
She can't accept criticism. She deflects.
You're looking in the mirror, and it's not the time to look in the mirror and do self-evaluation. It's the time to host this show.
I just looked at the clip that you got. It was hilarious. It was a great clip that you posted.
Thank you so much.
It was a moment. Really wish I could have finished my statement.
Nah, nobody cares what you have to say.
Okay.
It's my show.
It is your show.
I'm kidding. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Please check out the clips that I'm posting on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I'm going to start our TikTok page very soon. So the clips will be over there as well. Monty's throwing up the crown for you, the Tanjareen emoji for me. What movie did you get cut out of, Jarrell Weeks? I think you know the answer because he just said it. I think you only get residuals if they release an uncut/director's cut version. Autumn Reed says.
Oh.
I've gotten residuals for that time that I was cut out of a sitcom called, what's the one with
Think about the movie you did.
All of Us. I believe I was on an episode of, I think it was a sitcom.
Oh.
A sitcom, All of Us. I booked a part. It was a co-star, which means it's just, a few lines, maybe only two. I was excited to just work. I loved the cast. Got there. The director was Debbie Allen. Couldn't wait to work with her.
Legendary, friend of the show.
And as they were rehearsing the scene, I walked into the set, and then she was like, "We don't even need this line right here." And she cut it before I even stepped foot on to the set. And she was like, "We don't need this line. So yeah, just go to that and go to that." And I was like,
those were my lines.
I was like, Debbie, I auditioned. I made the cut out of other people who said these lines. I'm here. They dressed me. I'm ready to. And so I didn't get to even be in the show, but the show was a 2-parter. And for whatever reason, because God loves me and she has my picture on her refrigerator, I get the residuals for both episodes every time it airs.
That's great.
So great. So yeah, that's why I thought you would get the residuals
That's
too.
cold.
Lexi.
I've never been cut in front of me. They cut me behind my back.
Oh yeah, at least I knew it wasn't me. Like I didn't get to act and have her go, oh no, you're stinking up the stage. We don't need you. Like I was walking to the set and they were like, we don't need this. And I was like,
also to be cut by Debbie Allen.
Yes, it's an honor and it's also upsetting because I was excited to finally get to work with her and I never did.
Still got time.
I still got time.
Still got time.
She's still alive and so am I. But folks, we're not here to talk about showbiz. We're here to talk about marriage, relationships, and dating, and also fun relationship memes. And this is one of the only shows I know of that's hosted by a real life married couple who also happens to be comedians, actors, content creators, and we let you get on camera with us. If you click the link where it says in the description above, below, or beside the video, you can get on here and ask the question with us. Lexi Lex says, y'all still married? I see, LOL. CC keep threatening to stop coming on the show. Shh, don't remind him. Don't remind him. Hey, CT and Tanj, hope y'all are doing well. Hey, Angelo, thanks for being here. Love the outfits. Ernie Hernandez says, dang, Tanjareen, she did you dirty. Yes, she did. Jordan Taylor said, God loves the both of you. The Toxic Avenger himself, Cuzzy Jr. says.
I'll take that.
Okay. Drinking game. Take a shot every time CT says, friend of the show. Oh, I forgot. I got my last little sea moss slushy here that I'm going to drink.
It looks like applesauce. Does it taste like applesauce?
I don't know. Let's find out.
You never tasted it? Mm-mm. It's been in the refrigerator for 3 years, if that's the same one I'm thinking about.
It's not, but that's hilarious.
Then I've seen other
That's hilarious. But
Capri Sun options of applesauce.
We got a lot of stuff in there. Cozy onesies, yay, Monty says. Love the onesies. I miss you too. Shirt King Antonio actually says. Okay, so let's just get into the theme song. Then we'll let you know what we've been up to, and then we'll talk about some relationships. Ooh. So are you ready for the theme song, or did you think I forgot?
I was hoping you forgot.
I won't forget. And if I forget, y'all make sure to remind me every week. Y'all got that?
Yeah, please, guys. Please remind her when she forgets the theme song.
If you guys see my slushy, yes. 3 years and it hasn't gone bad. Jordan Taylor, I think you're talking about our relationship.
No, I'm talking about the applesauce.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not the applesauce. It's not that. Okay, guys, if you remember from last week, not only did he say he wasn't coming back, but he said he was going to write and choreograph a new theme song for us because he hated the one that I had come up with. So let's see it.
All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Marriage go round. Marriage go round.
Is that the choreography? That's it? I like the beat. The beat is dope. It's like a hip hop. But what's this?
That's to keep you on cue.
Okay.
Marriage go round. Marriage go round.
What about the rest of our names? Married Things and Things, Real Relationship Show. We got all those names that they go into the theme song.
I'm pitching.
Okay, well, give me the rest. Let's go. I like the beat. All
right.
Give me the rest of the names of our show.
Rappers, singers, actors, dancers.
That's Tanjareen's top 10. It's a different theme song. We're doing the marriage go round.
Okay, all right.
The Real Relationship Podcast.
Yeah, you know what it was? The day change threw me off. So maybe by next week.
So you telling me
Jazzy can do a beat.
Oh, so you're gonna get it produced.
Jazzy can do a beat, and then we can have his beat, and then I have Doughboy write the lyrics, and then
oh wow, you getting all this help.
And then we'll just play that.
Angelo says it's catchy. Amos gives you fire emojis.
Appreciate
Jazzy
that.
says this version is fire.
See? Told you.
Remix. I think it's a great too. It's a great start.
Marriage go round. Marriage go. Where y'all beat, baby?
Because that's how you do me on our theme song. You be doing it. You be doing it off beat. You be going this way when I go that way. So I thought you were doing it on purpose.
We're supposed to go the same way at the same time? I thought you liked it when we went separate sides and met up in the middle.
We both go this way and we both go that way.
I don't like that at all. I'm not a fan of that at all. That's trash.
So that's why you've been doing it wrong?
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted. All right, you go that way, I'll go that way.
I literally told you we go to the right first and then the left. What part of that did you not get?
Apparently the left and the right.
LMFAO. He typed it twice. No
okay,
Top Talent Tuesdays, Tanj. We do the Top Talent Tuesdays on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month. Today's the first Tuesday, I believe. And we're doing this a day early because he has gone to be somewhere else during the time we would normally shoot this tomorrow, but we did not want to take the whole week off. Uh-oh, change is not good. Shakes in the corner. Miss Cheryl, Michelle's in the corner. Hi, mommy. My mommy's watching. Hey, mommy. I'm not a fan of all that. I'm sorry. He says I'm not a fan of that at all. Yeah, that was funny.
Hey, this is a cold game.
That was funny.
You can't please everybody, you know?
Okay, fam, calm down. All right, you guys. What have I been up to since last week? I told you I did Ashley Elise's podcast, Bonafide Her. Check it out on her YouTube. It was an hour long. She's done at least 4 or 5 clips, or will do at least 4 or 5 clips of snippets of it. It was some good information about the industry and the comparison between athleticism and being in the industry.
Almost got fished. So you ever get the text on your, because you know we got fruit phones. You don't want to say the names when you get paid. We got fruit phones. We don't have Android. And I got a text that says, hello. And I was like, this seems very scammy, right? And I said, who's this, please? Which, while we're on the subject, when people text you or call you, it's usually a text. People always be like, who's this? You be like, fam, that comes off so rude. Yeah. At least add a please or hi, how are you? Don't have this number saved. Who's this?
I agree.
But just who's this is so rude.
It is.
So I said, who's this, please? And then the response was, hello, I'm Kwai Linda. Are you Guando? Which is crazy for anybody to be named Guando. That's actually a dope name.
Sounds like a fruit.
And then it says, this is me. Do you remember me? We've seen each other in LA, which is a lie. However, this is the picture.
Oh, yeah. She's trying to sell some of that box. She's trying to sell that box.
So mind you, that is a beautiful AI Asian woman. And I immediately blocked the number. Great. So now it's time to delete it. But Tanj had got me right in the midst.
All right. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem. You know, I like to keep people abreast.
Yes, keep us abreast. Sweet, what else happened? We watched the Grammy separately. Jay-Z's speech, huh? Am I right? That was pretty good, but we won't talk too much about it. But anything fun happened to you since last Wednesday?
Fun. Let's see. Let's think of the term fun. Let's think about, I did stand-up comedy Friday and Saturday.
Very funny at the Comedy Store, I saw.
And the Comedy Magic Club. Yeah, that was Saturday. Mm-hmm. The Grammys were Sunday. Went to the gym and exhausted my biceps yesterday.
Damn.
Today was going to be back day, but my sleep schedule got thrown off because I had to wake up. I got to wake up early for a meeting, and afterwards I've just been off. I woke up about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well, yes, you did take a nice little nap, and welcome back.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
So you had a fun week outside of partying?
I did. I just can't remember other than going to my friend's book signing. Princess Monique. I'll post the pictures on my Instagram so you can support her book. It has a lot of great gems in it. And I bought the book when it came out in 2022, but she decided to have a book signing and a Grammy Awards viewing party at the same time. And it was a storm out here, and a lot of people didn't show up for her. But I'm glad that I was there.
You showed up for her?
I showed up for her. And when I walked in, she said, see, my real friends came through. And she gave me a hug, and I was really glad that I went through that storm. It was only a 15-minute drive, but they sent the notifications on our phone saying not to go anywhere. Of course, they didn't send it until I was already there, but it was just a big storm. So she really felt my presence, and what she wrote inside my book when she autographed it was so sweet. Plus, she was touched that I already bought the book. I came with the book. She thought I was going to buy it there. I was like, oh, I bought this book 2 years ago, baby girl. I'm your real people. Support people.
My real friends came.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how that feels. When your real friends show up for you, it feels so amazing inside. And a lot of times you don't know who your real friends are until something like that happens. And you're like, oh, my real friends. And
her birthday party was in the winter as well. I think November, and it was storming then too. So I'm like, girl, what is with you scheduling stuff during these storms?
She's a bad event planner.
She's a bad event planner. So let's get into, let's see. I found this in my Discord. We both have a Discord. And one of the rooms out of the 20-something rooms that I have in the Team Tanjareen Discord is called Marriage Go Round. I already put that on the screen, but thank you.
I wanted to read it.
Go ahead, read it for us.
Loved watching you in that podcast episode, Tanjareen. You were dropping game.
Gems. Thank you.
I ain't got my glasses on.
Okay. Well.
So, I mean, we're correcting people.
I mean, you corrected me when I couldn't see last week.
So yeah, I have my glasses on.
Oh, let's see. Craig says, Tanjareen Thomas, can I ask you a question on something that women do? You can. Please click the link and get on camera and come on in and ask it while I look at this meme that was posted in the Discord from Zay Rogers. He's a Team Reen and Team CT member. And I want to know what you guys think about this. It's quick. It is a guy coming home with a tie on. She's sitting there with a headscarf on, drinking something. What is your opinion of this scenario? How would you solve this problem? Let me see. He says, babe, you've been at home all day and the house is filthy. She says, and you've been at work all day and we're still broke.
Woo.
How would you solve that scenario?
Ooh. Well, first of all, the hospital got to be notified. That's crazy.
She wild as hell for saying that, but is she wrong?
Yes, she's wrong. I mean, here's the thing, because at the end of the day, there's a difference between still being broke, as she said in her words, and he's going and contributing to this household. So for her to have been sitting there all day, and apparently her job in this scenario is only to clean, because he said that to her, and for her to say we're still broke, y'all would be broker if he was in the house with you all day doing that. That's how I'm looking at it.
So looking at this picture, we're assuming that she's a stay-at-home girlfriend or wife or mom because she's not dressed, or is this her day off?
I don't know.
I'm going to say if it's her day off, she didn't need to do any cleaning, but then she can't put the brokenness on him.
That's my point.
So I'm going to assume that she's not working.
Uh-huh.
He's giving her the luxury of being somebody who stays at home.
Right.
And she's talking that mess because she didn't clean the house while he was at work. I'm on his side.
That's wild that she would speak to him like that and that he would speak to her like that. I feel like what I'm learning is not so much, and by learning, I mean today, is not leading with your actual emotion question, which is, why is the house dirty? You've been here all day. But maybe something like, hey, could you help me clean up a little bit? And then depending on the reaction is how you can skirt out of it. Like if his intention is to get her to clean and for him not to clean.
I don't think he wants to clean.
If he's like, hey, could you help me clean up a little bit? And she's like, yeah. You'd be like, all right, you start the kitchen, I'm starting the bedroom.
And he'll be taking a nap.
Kicking.
The real you, I think you're a little more passive aggressive though, because you come in and you be like, so what you do today? That's what you would do. That's what you have done.
What you do today after I look around?
Yes.
You ain't lying. Because
that's what you do.
I find it, if I say what I'm thinking, that's just rude. And it's nothing's gonna get done because you're gonna want to rebel just because you're like, what? But if I hit you with, hey, so what were you up to today?
And I always know the undertone of that is, oh, he feels like whatever I'm doing wasn't as important as what he thinks I should have been doing. So what you just said you would do is not what you would do.
No, I said I'm learning.
Yeah, that you learned it today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, let me hit you with this.
Okay.
So you know the bathroom right there, right?
Yeah.
This is how I feel about things. If I come in the crib, I'm looking at what I see as I'm going on my path of what's dirty or clean. So I'll come upstairs. The first thing I see is the kitchen. I'm like, all right, bet this is in my view. I have never come in the house, went to the guest bathroom, then came back to you if you were on the couch and been like, so what you do today? Because that's not in my view. But if I were to come up and this is clean and that room is dirty, then it's like, I wouldn't know because I'm not going in there. But if I come in and I see this room, which is the first thing I see, and it's junky, it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
And then it makes you want to ask me, what did I do all day?
Yeah, because it couldn't have been that important to where all of this stuff is all over the crib.
Luckily, you guys, I keep a tidy house.
You do. You keep things extremely clean.
Thank you, baby. Let's see what some of these comments are saying. Looks like both of them needs to get out more, Jordan Taylor says. Amos Coates says, well, at least he's working, but she's doing nothing. Facts. Amos Z-Dog says, Tanj, the GOAT for real. Life's lovely lady that swallows up Clayton. Oh, we did talk about swallowing you up a couple weeks ago. That's funny. And he put
Zika. Zicha?
Z-Dog?
Zicha. His name.
Oh, his name? I don't know how to say it.
Why would we elongate the vowels?
But I don't know how to pronounce it because I just call him Zachariah, which is not his name at all. Autumn Reed says they're both wrong. He's making assumptions of how she spent the day, and she's wrong for the response. Oh, okay. So we shouldn't assume that she didn't clean the house, even though the house is a mess, or we shouldn't assume that what she did instead of cleaning wasn't important. I think is what you.
It could have been nothing dealing with money if she talked about they still broke and he was the one that was gone, and it couldn't have been her cleaning anything because he wouldn't have made the reference.
But to Autumn Reed's point, maybe she spent the day applying for jobs online, or maybe she's got a roast in the oven, and she spent all day grocery shopping and chopping up the ingredients to an amazing meal for him.
He would have seen it. Let me tell you something.
It's in the kitchen. He's in the front room.
If he comes in, first of all, she was sitting there drinking coffee. If he comes into the room and sees food that has been, he sees ingredients of food as if she's cooking, he's going to smell it and he's not going to trip off her for it being dirty because at least you're feeding me, and you'll probably get to this later. But if I come in, I don't smell no food and I see junk. Come on, man.
All right, let's see.
And that's man or woman. That's not just man censor, because I don't want to come off as a chauvinist. Keyword, come off.
Because you are one?
Tanj.
What did you mean?
Baby, I said I don't want to come off as a chauvinist.
Because you don't want them to know you're a chauvinist?
Tanjareen.
I get it.
How dare
chauvinist, you guys.
You think I'm a chauvinist?
No, baby, you do.
You need to be led. And that's what people,
I love being led.
people don't realize that about you.
The way you cop to it was so funny.
You need to be led.
You need to be led. That was hilarious.
Going out of town with Tanjareen is like watching a child. You have to make sure she does not
wander off.
Oh my God.
I wander off.
So she needs to be led. If I were like y'all, because a lot of y'all are like, oh, we love Tanjareen. Be nice to Tanjareen. If I did that, she would be missing. You have to lead her.
What about the times I travel without you?
You have to be like, this is what you got to do with Tanjareen. If she's wandered off, you got to be like, Tanj.
Then I go, huh? And then I start to follow for another few minutes, and then I wander off again.
Woo! You got to lead you.
It is what it is. Hey, Andrea Lily. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Latasha's laughing. All right, I'll see. Somebody says they agree with Autumn Reed. Lexi Lex says she agrees. First time my wife is watching with me. Hey, dark skin Tony. If you guys have any advice, you and your wife, or if you want to give us any advice, or if you want to talk to us about what the secret to marriage is, please click the link and get on camera and let's talk about it. And we love talking with other married couples. Essel says, nah, you got to smack the cup out of her head just as she is taking the next sip. Now clean that up.
Yo, let me tell you something. I would never.
Essel's is so out of pocket. It's so hood.
Crazy.
Because his comments be wild like this.
To smack somebody at anybody's hand, let alone your wife. Here's my thing.
Funny.
I'm not an abusive guy whatsoever, but I have seen many a film and many a television. You thought you ain't know what I was about to say? I've seen many a television show and a movie where a dude smacks something out the woman's hand and then he goes to sleep.
Yeah, we know where you sleep.
What? Here's my thought.
We feed you.
My thought is this. I'm not saying what someone should or should not do. You shouldn't put your hands on a woman. But I'm saying, you don't think she has retaliation moments? You put your hands on her, you just go to sleep like she's just about to just let you sleep?
Well, apparently, because, there are a lot of women who've been battered and they don't do that kind of thing. I was in an abusive relationship, but it wasn't physical until the last day of it. But I don't know. We don't always want to poison or murder the person who's hurt us.
I wouldn't hurt you. My fear of the judicial system, as well as you have some very large relatives, and then the disappointment.
6'6".
Yeah, what is he?
360 pounds. At least.
Then the disappointment from my family and just my own code of honor and ethics and morals. But beyond that, the judicial system.
Yes.
You calm down. People get mad, and you don't realize when you calm down, the moment is over, but now your life has changed.
Yeah, it's too late now.
You didn't calm down, but you want to sell. It's like, man, I needed this 90 days ago.
Exactly. Bandersnatch says, I want to know why it's the middle of the day and he's at home. Ooh.
He looked like he just got off work.
Bandersnatch said he home too early. Amos says maybe it's just a dumb cartoon and it never happened. Touche.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Touche.
Whoever drew it went through it.
Whoever drew it went through it. I like that.
That's how the cartoons be.
I like that. Autumn Reed says she could have been paying bills, grocery shopping, taking care of the kids, etc. Basically handling everything else. And he walks in during the first moment she took a break, assuming she did nothing.
We just giving her. This is how crazy it is.
Come on, women. Come on, women.
This is how women stick together so much. You just saw a cut and dry scenario between a man and a woman. And in order to help prove her argument, Autumn, you gave them fake children. You gave them bills that only she could have paid. And she's been grocery shopping and doing, come on.
I love it. I love it. Z-Doc says, I'm more the type to do it myself and talk ish while I do it. Sorry ass, couldn't cook or clean, need a replacement. I feel that. That's a Gemini in us. Essel's with the domestic violence. Somebody check on his girl. Eyes big emoji laughing. What's up, Patrice? Thanks for being here. Yes, I have large relatives, Patrice. You've seen them. Essels either has lots of ER visits or lots of jail visits.
That's another thing. You don't want to get into an argument. You don't want to get into a physical situation with somebody, man or woman, and they got larger relatives. And let's say not a relatives have been alerted, and you calm.
It's too late.
You need the anger to fuel you. So
it's too late.
You up kicking it, eating cake, you full. Relative come banging on that door, you're like, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot all that mess I was talking to my wife when I forgot about these large relatives. Let's see what else I have.
Oh, not that. You get the mess talk all day because you need to be lit. But other than that, here's the funny thing. This is how I knew I wasn't tripping when it came to Tanjareen. The first time that it happened years ago, I was almost afraid to tell you what was what because I was like, you got me messed up. And then I think it happened around one of your family events where I just had to give it to you. I'm like, Tanjareen.
What
I'll tell you.
What did you say?
I said something like sit down, or you were just doing too much in a moment or something like that. And your family it's like families give two looks. The first look is who he think he, right? And then the other look is, and that look let me know, oh, she be doing this. And don't nobody be checking her.
She do be. Also, my family respects you.
I love your family. So they're my family.
They respect you, and they know that I love you and let you lead. So that's why it was cool. If you were somebody that they give a damn about, they would have all stood up and been hovering over you.
Now give me your keys
and Molly
and your money so I could go get us something to eat. That kind of guy does not get respect.
Yeah, exactly. Autumn said something else. Who needs relatives when there's antifreeze in the garage? Oh.
Now that's attempted murder. Now let me tell you something else, Autumn. That lets me know that you thought this through before.
Wow. Bandersnatch says, you know how difficult it is to grocery shop for a family of 5 when you're married to a man that doesn't make enough? Ooh, we can only eat so much spaghetti. Come on, ladies, pull through.
You can only eat so much spaghetti? Hey,
you know, that's the meal that feeds a big family.
That pasta, boy, I tell you what.
Spaghetti for everybody.
Man, how about that?
Yeah, so there. All right, moving on. I got a question that was inside of the Marriage Go Round Discord from one of the Team Tanjareen members.
What are they talking about? What they asking?
And there's actually a couple of them, but let's go to, this one is from a young lady. If she's not watching, I won't say her name, but she asked a question and then she got some responses and she gave some more context. This question is, she says, I have a question. What is it with men saying they like you, but once you show and clearly say you like them as well, they disappear? #frustrated.
What do you think, Tanjareen?
Before I go on, that's the first part of her question. Why is it that when you tell a man that you like them back, when they told you they liked you first, they disappear? Is it because they like the art of the chase? Is it because they like you to be hard to get? What do you think is the reason that men do that? Then I'll go on with the rest of the stuff that she told me.
Your answer first.
Soup for everyone with the same chicken bones for the last 4 batches. Okay. I'm not a man, so I can't answer this properly, but I would think that it might be because men like to be chased. I also would think that it would be because, I would think, because I'm not a man, but I would think it's because men like to do the chasing and they want you to be somebody that seemed harder to get, a little bit more unattainable, because they feel like they've accomplished something when they finally got you to give in. I would also think that he threw the fishing net out to a few people, and whoever, he caught first is who has his attention right now. Those are my first 2 thoughts, because what normally happens is somebody bites and they start to deal with that person, and when things don't go well, or when they get on each other's nerves or they get upset, then they go back to that other person like, oh, hey, I miss you. I've been working so hard, but it's so good to catch up, that kind of thing. That's what I would think as a woman on the outside looking in, sir.
All right, I'll give you, first of all, yes and to everything that you said.
Okay.
And I will also add that a lot of times there are some women that make you wait so long to get their emotions, right? We're not talking about physical, but it's like she said, a guy goes after you so much, and then when you finally let him know that you like him back, it's like by that time, it's too much energy has been exchanged. He's been doling out all of this. I like you, I like you, I like you. What's up? And you've been playing kind of hard to get. And then when you say you like him, then it becomes a little intense. And that has created 2 completely different energy dynamics. So in one hand, he's chasing you and you're seeming like you're not interested, but you're kind of interested. So it's like, oh, I'm about to keep pursuing this. And then you flip it around and now you start chasing him. It's like, hey, wait a minute. This is not the girl that I'm going after, too much too soon. It's like you're aggressive, but it took me a minute.
Aggressive?
Yeah, you're aggressive.
Assertive.
You're aggressive.
I'm assertive.
So it took me a minute to accept the energy that you were giving me, because that's usually what I gave out to women. So it took a while for me to be like, all right, I'll take this.
You make it sound like I pursued you.
No, when I pursued you, when you flipped it, it was like, oh, okay, so this is the real you, really sweet, really warm, really caring, compared to the girl that's like, no, take care. Like you were two different women. So to answer her question, that's that part one. The next part is for what you said. When a man throws that fishing net out, you got a certain amount of time to bite that hook, literally and figuratively. Because if you don't bite that hook fast enough, somebody else want that hook. And now I got to go with this option because you was over here weighing your options, because you probably had a net out and the person that you wanted to catch your hook wasn't biting fast enough. And you made me the secondary option, but I've already made you a third option because you were taking so long. So that's usually what happens.
Let's see what y'all say. Monty says men are hunters. Craig says they're just flaky and don't know how to commit to a relationship. It's like now they got her and don't know the next step. He corrected his spelling. Appreciate that. Autumn Reed says the boys, because they're boys, not men, playing silly games, in parentheses, are only in it for the chase. And once you validate them, they have the victory and are done with you. Green Ranger says he found out your personality is trash.
That happens.
Amy says men like to chase and hunt. Catch and release is the name of the game. That's what I was thinking. That or somebody else has his attention. Assertive versus aggressive. There's a big difference. There's passive, passive-aggressive, assertive, and aggressive. I'm assertive. That I'm assertive was kind of aggressive. Hilarious, Monty.
That's so funny.
Jordan Taylor, some men get nervous telling someone that they have feelings for and something that's natural. And sometimes that's natural, but it works out in the end because they love each other.
And I don't know how you feel about the word aggressive, probably how I feel about when somebody says relax, but I didn't mean it necessarily a bad thing. It's like, I remember I did have a lot of passive aggressive tendencies, and you were like, yo, what's up? Say it, speak. And it was like, all right.
Yeah, that's assertive. I think aggressive is more like Daphne Springs in her sketches.
Oh, in the sketches.
That's aggressive.
Okay, well, see.
I said you my boyfriend now. Gun here.
Yeah. So you just answered how you feel, how you receive the word aggressive.
Yes.
Where that's not what I meant at all. Aggressive.
You meant assertive.
Okay.
All right. Gregory, the look on Clayton's face at assertive with the laughing emojis. Lexi Lex says that's why people are saying the dating game is trash. Sometimes we see something we didn't find attractive. Still can be friends though, Z-Dog says.
That happens too.
Yeah, I know that's happened with me before where I've completely lost interest in somebody. So she continues after she gets a couple of answers. And she says, someone replied to her, Team Ream member. Christina says he wants to pursue you. Team Ream member replied and says he wants you to pursue him, to chase him. She says, doesn't seem like that's the case. You listening?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't seem like that's the case, to be honest. I usually can tell, but he's not even responding to my messages at all. We spoke last week. I've sent him a few messages to continue the conversation, but he didn't even read them.
He's done.
And she says they've been talking since August, and they've pretty much been on the same page this whole time that they were being interested in each other. But every time she feels like they're getting closer, he disappears and gives her the whole "I'm busy working on my business" speech. To which she responds, she's busy too, but making time to at least text each other isn't that hard.
Listen, when you got to say that in the beginning, I'm busy too, but it's already a wrap, because people make time for what they want to make time for. You never have to tell somebody what you want them to do, or them telling you, oh, things are so crazy. Everybody got the same life. I don't care what your workload is. That may be different, but everybody has the same life and the exact same emotions. When people like you, they like you. When people want to reach out to you, they reach out to you. When they want to be reached out to, they'll drop a nugget for you to reach out to them.
Facts.
You don't have to say, hey, what's up? Haven't heard from you. Oh, yeah, I just been so, but no, you ain't. You ain't been that busy.
And that's exactly what I believe Eddie Mack posted, who was also married. It says, honestly, if a man wants you, You won't have to ask him for effort. He'll make time. He'll call you. He'll text you. Trust me, no man is too busy for a woman he truly wants. And that's exactly what you're just saying.
He'll make time.
And the last sentence that I didn't get to say is that it is a long distance relationship.
That's what y'all need to stop doing. Long distances. Unless you're in the military, stop it. Because you're going to get yourself riled up and you're going to create. That's why Love is Blind is the perfect show. Because in the beginning, they show how easily you can fall in love with somebody through a wall. You don't even need to see them. All you need to do is hear their voice and y'all speak. And the fact that you guys have made time for each other to fall for each other. Then the next part is them seeing each other, which is the first barrier. Like, ooh, are we even really attracted to each other physically? Then the next step is getting them into a hotel room for 5 days.
Right.
And while you're in that hotel room for 5 days, are y'all gonna be physical? Was the attraction real, or was it a cabin fever type thing? Then after y'all got that out your system, whether y'all are physical or not, you then go back to your real lives. Now you got your phone back. Now you get to see the person's habits. Are they always in their phone? Are they always, are they good at communication? Do they find things to occupy their time, right? Meaning, oh, I got to work all the time. Oh, I got to do this. It's like, that's what a long distance relationship is. In reality, y'all are falling in love with fantasy versions of yourself because you can't be in front of each other to see if it's real or not.
Facts. Lexi Lex says, CT said, stay in your area code when looking for love. Then she said, zip code. Exactly.
Even when I was single and I met a girl, I remember I met this one girl. I was living in North Hollywood and she lived in Long Beach. And I was like, whew, because I wasn't even going down there regularly.
And if you don't know that in California, Long Beach takes about 50 minutes to get to?
And that's without traffic.
Without traffic? Yeah. It's not an easy trek. And nobody who is in another side of town wants to go see anybody who lives in Long Beach.
And then even once y'all start making the efforts to go see each other, like, oh, well, I got a car. That's why they made cars. Is we can visit each other. You're going to start to resent one another, whoever takes more trips. Or if after a while, hey, could you at least offer me some gas? Or hey, could you cook when I come down here? Like, it's going to be those kind of things.
Which it should. Somebody should cook. If you made the drive to see me and it was an hour, I'm damn sure am not going to make you also pay to take me to eat every time. Like, that's not.
You were cooking for me and I live 2 miles away from you.
Exactly. Clayton. Oh, Craig Reed says, Clayton, long distance relationship here at the start. May 29th will be 25 years.
Hey, Craig, first of all, congratulations on 25 years. Number two, I know I was kind of tripping in the pandemic saying, hey, call me CT or don't call me Clayton, but y'all are taking this Clayton thing a little too far. So let's ease up on the Claytons.
Tanjareen and CT. So
too many liberties.
How long were you in the long distance part of the relationship, Craig? And how far away were you? Because long distance for some people could be like from Southern Cali to Northern Cali, which is just an hour flight or a 5.5 hour drive. Or it could be New York to LA, which is a 5-hour flight and a week drive. So,
and also, it's a lot of letters to put together when you could just type CT. And I'm not saying just call me CT. I'm just saying to type Clayton, it's not really a diss because that's my name, but it feels very, hey, Clayton. You know, I always hear my name.
Z-Dog says CT is taking mental note of everybody using the government.
Yeah, it's like, where's this cover? That's the second time this episode. I saw the first one out, and I was like, all right.
Well, I think he's new. I don't think he knew.
If he knew, he would look at the bottom left of the screen and see Tanjareen, which people still spell your name like the fruit. I'd be like, fam.
They do. Let's see. Too many liberties. Reggie Williams
is agreeing
with you.
Reggie Williams, what up? Did you get Suicide Squad, Reggie? It's time to get on, man.
6-hour drive, he says. Craig Reed says 6-hour drive, 3-month relationship. Ha ha ha. Got you, CT. 3 months for 6-hour drive. 3 months isn't bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You got through it. Good for you.
Meaning, so they live in the same. Well, they're married now.
They're married for 25 years, but in the beginning, he's saying there was a 6-hour drive between them for the first 3 months. Now,
here's the thing: if the box got the first trip or two, that's what lets me know the rest of the trips are easier.
Or maybe it didn't get got, and that's why he kept making the drive because he really, really wanted it. No. But he had some other stuff, or maybe he had no other options. I want to see what you look like, Craig. Click on the camera. Let me see if you had some other options before.
That's crazy. Because
before you finally got the box.
In your opinion, this is all your opinion based.
And
so what if he was not worth something? You couldn't tell him that.
Oh, I wouldn't say it, but the audience would.
That's
click
you're
the link.
Out of control.
Missouri to Ohio. It got.
See, that's why he kept going.
Okay.
Now, when you get something good, you be like, hey, let me take this a little 6. You start coming up with ways to get there sooner. All right, if I leave at midnight, I can probably get there at 4:45 instead of 6. Yeah, all right, let me go to the road. Because you're
speeding that fast. Oh my goodness.
Was this better to drive at night?
Ether Shakur. That's funny. Isaac says it took me an hour and a half just to get to her house, even if I had to walk. If you're in it for real, you're in it for real. Capital letters. So you had a long distance one too. Wow, an hour and a half.
I drove 7 hours to get the box one time.
What city?
It was Sacramento from LA. And I caught a flat tire. The box was so good. I caught a flat tire halfway there. Taught myself how to change a flat tire.
God bless you. Drove
the rest of the way. She made it worth my time.
Tell me this isn't the same chick that your other friend was also smashing?
Yeah.
I knew
it. Hey, he had to take that L. That box was so good. I was willing to risk the beginning of that friendship.
Oh, man. And she was playing both of y'all.
No, she wasn't playing me. Not to say that she was playing him, but whatever their situation was theirs. But she was up front with me. I made the decision. I respected her. She was great.
She let them know. It got hilarious. All right, let me see what else I want to talk about. If you get the box, you're obligated to drive to her. You can't just open the cookie jar and leave it open. Okay, Z-Dog. CT learned a new skill for some box, Lex said.
It was wild, too. I was like, wow, I now know how to change a flat tire.
And that's great, because when I took you to the first dine-in movie theater we ever went to, it was raining, and we got a flat, and I did not think you knew how to change a tire.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought you told me your father taught you that.
No, I taught myself. Thanks to my whorish ways at that time that taught me a new skill. And we went to the movie. We're going to go back to that movie.
Okay.
What you doing tonight?
I was going to take my spin class at 7.
But cool.
But if you want to go to a dine-in movie, I will work out in the Discord another day.
You're gonna we'll see what movies is playing. Let's do that. Because it ain't about to just go see a movie just to go see a movie if it ain't something we want to see.
Okay. Jazzy says long distance relationships don't work. Tell that to the Caribbean. Our biggest cheat code into countries is slightly larger white women.
Slightly is hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. Reggie Williams says if it takes longer than a Martin episode, I ain't going. Slightly larger white women is why that's so funny.
Yo.
That is funny. Coochie will definitely change a man's life, good or bad. Okay.
Yo.
Read those and talk to people.
Okay, cool. I just want to talk to y'all. She don't let me talk to y'all.
I don't.
It's her show.
It is.
Sounds like CT hooked up with sunshine. If you threw it up on the air, it turned into sunshine. Slow clap for CT. Appreciate that. You on your way. You the next Lenny Bruce. All right, let's see. It's my favorite quote of all time. Here we go. Question. I want to ask if you two would like to do an interview on YouTube with the Saint and Sinner about relationship. I can set that up. Is that your show? Is that your podcast, brother? I'm confused. That the chasing we love as men, that 7-hour trip. Woo! When I tell you that trip, stayed for the weekend too. It wasn't just like a quick bam and I did a turnaround. It's like I drove up on a Friday, left on a Sunday. She cooked for me each day, and she made me some homemade cupcakes Sunday to go back home. Patrice Wallace, sunshine. Yeah. Craig Reed says, Tanjareen said, good or bad coochie, that only bad coochie is that coochie you ain't getting. Oh,
hey. Tanjareen said that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. How'd you do, guys?
It's almost like I have a podcast, so I was able to do it effortlessly.
You have a lot of podcasts. CT, that podcast seems a little sketchy. Who's the saint and why is there a sinner? That's funny. Oh, yeah. We got somebody in the green room.
Uh-oh.
Let's wait for them to turn their camera on and make sure they're not Jiggle Man. Longest I went was Pensacola to Destin Beach. It was worth it.
Hey.
For people that don't live in Florida, let us know what that distance is. Please.
How far of a drive is it?
William, if you want to get on camera, please turn your camera on so we can see that you are dressed. Oh, look. Is that a penis?
No, that's his finger.
Oh, okay.
That's his middle finger or index finger. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Don't click it. What are you doing? Put your face on camera, Playboy.
Yeah, that's skeptic. I'm not doing that. The Saint in the Center is a YouTube that was about health, wealth, and relationship leadership class. And no, sir, that is not my podcast. Okay, got it. All right, we got another person in the green room that has their camera on, and I want to go ahead and let her come in here.
All right, William, put your camera on, and you ain't getting up in here, play.
Oh, there we go. And the reason I was putting my finger is so that I could.
You just what are you doing?
Is because when you go like that, you can see that. Oh,
and get the full name and
right.
Yeah, and you could end up doing what I'm about to do. Move.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
Push that again so I could. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, we're just getting rid of somebody who is being disrespectful.
No, you always gotta call it because it's like that's how you can tell. What
you're dealing with. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Looks like he cleaned up a little bit back there too.
Pants. I like that green.
They're nice and warm and cold. Oh my goodness, she's getting even better with the twerk, y'all. Check her out. Hope it's a finger, little bitty.
No, it definitely was a finger. I saw his hand.
Yeah, tell Drake to turn his camera off. I know Drake is trending right now, you guys.
Interestingly,
they say he got a DDL.
Interestingly, before we go to Ashley, I was gonna say, he said the N-word in the private chat, but he's a black guy. Like that was a black hand.
It was a black hand, but the picture of his profile was Caucasian.
A white man, yeah.
So I'm confused.
It's Jiggle Man. Jiggle Man, you will never get me again. You will never get me again.
It's a different Jiggle Man. Your queen getting confused for a finger is wild, Bandersnatch says.
It was a finger, Bandersnatch.
Only because we could see the knuckles next to it. But otherwise, I think William was one of the names Jiggle Man used to use. Okay, great. Well, we got him now. All right, well, let's welcome to the show Ashley White.
From North Carolina. How are you?
Hey, I'm fabulous and blessed.
Hey.
What you want to ask us today, Ashley?
Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm Ashley from North Carolina. So,
she's cracking herself up. It's for her. She does it for her. I love it.
Anywho, sirs. My question is, I asked it in the marriage go around question. How does one not be nervous or anxious or too excited about, say, a holiday that they've never really experienced something good about over the years?
Yes.
How do they experience it? Go about. Say it again.
She asked this question in the Discord. I appreciated it, and I was like, should I say it this week or should I save it for next week? But Ashley wants to know how to go about. Here it is. Marriage go round question. She posted it in the Discord. I like showing y'all stuff. It's always show and tell. She says, how does one not get nervous or anxious about a holiday that is usually celebrated by couples, especially if they're trying not to get too excited or nervous when that day approaches? I asked since I haven't experienced any good memories on that particular holiday and just praying it's different this year. This is her question that she typed in the Marriage Go Round room in the Discord. How does she not get nervous when she's never had a good experience for Valentine's Day?
Not to force it. Like let it be what it is. Meaning Tanjareen and I have been together a very long time. And even before Tanjareen, there were girls that I dated, and I'm sure there were guys that she dated and they had Valentine's Day or had gifts or whatever. But with Tanjareen, Valentine's Day felt like, okay, cool. I don't have to do too little. I don't have to do too much. I don't have to feel weird. Whatever I want to do feels right compared to, there's no pressure compared to other girls that I dated. Not to say I felt pressure, but you felt like it was a thing. Like, oh, she's in my life. I gotta do this for Valentine's Day. Whereas with Tanj, it was just like every day feels Valentine's Day-ish.
Every day is date night.
So I think the best way to answer your question is to either A, if you're in a relationship with somebody, to make every day feel like that, or B, if you are not in a relationship with somebody, take yourself out. Go do something nice for yourself that will make you feel like you had a great day. I love going to the movies with or without anybody. Like I love going to the movies. I used to love going to the mall. and just walking around. You got your clothes on, you looking fly. I had my headphones on, listening to music. I was in my own music video. Like, these are different things to make you feel your own self-care. So whether you're in a relationship or you're not, do something that you enjoy, not something that you feel you have to do, or something that's going to bring the other person joy and you feel like you might overextend yourself.
I love that advice. That sounds fantastic, CT.
Thank you.
My first question is, do you have someone you've been seeing?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So you're hoping that that person does something nice for you for Valentine's Day because you've been seeing them. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what I love is CT saying, take yourself out. So if they haven't mentioned anything that they want to do with you, then you give yourself a mental reservation of where your favorite place is to eat or what you like to do to spend your time. Maybe you want to see a movie. Maybe you want to make it a spa day, or
You want to say a blockbuster night?
I was gonna say watching something on TV, but
yeah.
Whatever it is you enjoy doing, have that ready and make yourself be okay with doing that, even if you do it by yourself, because you got to love yourself before you can love somebody else. If you come into a relationship broken or feeling like you need that other person, they're gonna feel that. It feels clingy. And then when they tell you, oh, I don't really celebrate holidays, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, me either. But you really wish you did. And that person actually probably does with another person later in life, because people that say that just haven't found the right person. So the fact that he said he found me and it felt easy, it felt like it made sense, and then it made him want to celebrate, that's something important to look at.
Holidays are big for us. We didn't I didn't grow up doing, like, the holidays that I grew up doing were with my mom and my immediate relatives, right? Like my uncles and my sister. And then once my sister had my nephew, it was like, all right, us. But we just ate together, we laughed, and we went on about our business. Whereas Tanjareen's family is like, it's this thing. And even without her family, Tanjareen would throw these events. And it's like, oh, wow, this is crazy. I had never had that. So it felt right to create these traditions and to join her traditions. Whereas when I was single or even dating girls, holidays would come up. I'd be like, oh, I hope she don't invite me to her families because I don't like her like that. Or I don't want to be around these people that I don't know and have to be that guy. Mm-hmm. So when Valentine's Day comes up and you're dating somebody, do it because you want to do it. If I were you, I would already have my plan etched in stone until he told me he wanted to do something, and it better not be the day before. You know what I mean? Like, go do something on your own. I'll give you another example. One of the earlier Thanksgivings that she and I shared, my energy wasn't right. And we got into an argument and I removed myself from the gathering. I think it was maybe a Christmas. But I left and took myself to the movies. Had a great time.
Thanksgiving.
Ooh, had a ball. And came back and she had fun with her friends and family. I had fun. Because I think more so I was just missing my family, and I just, but I had a ball. So it's like, it's okay to take yourself somewhere or do something that you might enjoy. So don't put pressure on yourself.
You can't ever do that again. But yeah, we weren't married yet. We were still dating, and he went and left.
It was fun. I can't even remember what movie it was, but I remember during the movie.
You can't do that again.
During the movie, I was like this.
Never again. Let me read some of these comments to respond to you. Lexi Lex says, you shouldn't have to beg someone to romance you or treat you, gifts, nice dates, etc. If they want to, they'll do it. I agree. I don't know what these emojis mean, but this is what Amos Coates said. Something at the dog. Bandersnatch says, don't be beholden to other people's expectations of what the day is supposed to be. It's not all flowers and chocolate. And I love that somebody wrote back and said, yeah, don't be beholden, Ashley. That's Jazzy.
Jazzy is hilarious.
And when you came in here talking about what do we do about if a holiday is coming up and we're nervous, Jessica says, she talking about Valentine's Day. And Jazzy said, yeah, Tim's on the ball like Inspector Gadget. We all knew you were talking about Valentine's Day. I don't know why you tried to hide it.
It's not like St. Patrick's Day was next week.
Z-Dog says, don't do more than you feel. But you know, Ashley is really, really somebody who's sweet and giving and caring. She's probably feeling like she wants to spoil somebody. We don't want to let her have it. Autumn Reed says, you don't celebrate it. It's a commercial holiday and no one says you have to treat like it's not just another day. That's a pimpstress talking.
She's right, though.
She's a pimpstress. So if you're out there pimping, you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, or you give a gift to each of your hosts. It's up to you.
This particular Valentine's Day, we're gonna go to dinner, and only because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes because we're very responsible people, and with that said, a lot of times people do things for other people. Like they'll be like, hey, this is Valentine's Day, let's go be seen. And we would do stuff. I'll be like, hey, yo, she would get me something like the day before Valentine's Day, or like we would get each other something the day after Valentine's Day when everything be like half off or damn near free at CVS, which I would still love. Yeah. And
I get something on the 15th.
But this particular day. But this particular Valentine's Day, I'm like, you know what? Every now and then, a person deserves to be as surfacey as everybody else. Let's go be seen with all the other couples on the 14th. You know what I mean?
I love it. Just don't go, Amos Coates says. I just wanted you to see this comment from Emperor Kev. He says, I'm looking for a Valentine's lady. I'm just saying. And Lexi Lex says, Kev, you trying to trick on somebody? So I don't know if Emperor Kev is trying to tell you that even though he lives all the way in Georgia, he's looking for something. Nah, I stepped away. Is she single or celebrating it with someone? Craig Reed wants to know. She has somebody she's been seeing, and she has no idea if they're going to do anything for her for Valentine's Day. Her question is, how does she avoid being nervous about that date coming up? Essel says, nah, purposely protest against V-Day hype. Don't let society dictate your love life.
That's true.
I feel like that's for people who not in the love stage, though, because he also was talking about domestic violence against our last question. So that's Essel's. Essel's is in his own box.
Essel's is one tough customer.
I like Essel's. And I feel like when I was single, I definitely did a Galentine's. Do you have any homegirls, Ashley? I did a Galentine's dinner at TGI Fridays one Valentine's. We had like little Valentine's stickers on. We all wore pink and red. We had a freaking ball.
Do you have any? Still a restaurant?
I don't know. Do you have any friends, girlfriends, homegirls? You have one? You don't have any homegirls that you work with or go to church or live on your block?
No.
No? All right, we're going to get you some friends. That's the first thing. So we can have some people to hang out with. So it's not all about these dudes in your life. Love yourself and be happy, Jazzy says. Your connection is choppy, young lady. We'll take the rest of these. Anything else you want to say real quick before you go? Because you're choppy, and I'll read the rest of these.
Okay, so shout out to you, Tanjareen. Thank you so much again for coming on my podcast. I really do appreciate it. I just want to say thank you. And I did take your advice. I got the 20 episodes. It's just like you said. And CT, you would have loved her episode. You would have loved her episode because especially about representation, because yes, you guys y'all are definitely an inspiration, especially for me, because I love, like, as y'all said, the quarrels, the openness and the vulnerability and all that stuff. So yeah.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. We appreciate you. You're choppy, so I'm gonna get you out of here. I'll see you in the Discord. Bye. Her connection always does that to her in the middle of her talking.
Ashley's a really pretty girl.
She is naturally pretty, for sure.
Naturally pretty. I don't think I ever want to see her with makeup. Like, just her natural face. That'd be another thing. Either. When you see, it's not so much as men trying to mansplain things or try to control a woman with this, but a lot of times we see women, or we're fortunate enough to see women with their natural face, right? Mm-hmm, this happened a lot in high school in Detroit. I would see so many girls, and in high school, a lot of girls weren't wearing makeup. They were just wearing their face with Vaseline. Yeah. You're like, damn, she is beautiful. And then I remember it happened with one of my homecoming dates. I was like, yeah, I want to take you to homecoming. She had these dimples, this beautiful, bright smile, and she wore glasses. She was nerdy, but she had a butt on her. I digress. So took her to homecoming, and when I picked her up, she had all this makeup on and her hair, and she had the glasses off. Glasses off looked great on her, but she had all of the makeup, and I was like, this is not who I asked to go out. So a lot of times when you see women, I understand, I want to feel pretty. You're like, but you're already gorgeous.
So the moral of the story is men love us natural, ladies.
A lot of men like natural. Remember. A lot of men like women with makeup and this stuff. Nobody
wants to hug somebody and this stuff is all over their face.
That's true.
So Ashley asked the question, how do you avoid being nervous when that holiday is coming up? And Miss Mia said, yo, service is nervous, ma'am, because her internet was choppy.
You're out of control.
I thought that was very funny. Deanna gave a great advice. She says, if this is the first one, I would say communicate with him. Meaning if you've only been seeing him, this is the first time you guys are going to have a Valentine's Day relationship, communicate with him ahead of time. But how does she do that? Does she ask, hey, do you have plans on the 14th for us? Or do you say, hey, I want to take you out for the 14th? Like, how do you communicate that?
Definitely don't say that she wants to take him out, because that'll lead them down a horrible path.
Exactly, setting a pattern.
With you always would say, hey, not to say Valentine's Day, but any particular day. You're like, yo, are we doing something this week? Let me know now, because I'm getting my schedule together, or I have some events that
that's how I am.
Like, you communicate that. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, Thursday. All right, cool. Got you in for Thursday. Talk to you. Bam. You're like, whew. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Aggressive.
Bandersnatch said assertive. Bandersnatch says, a real Valentine would wake up with you at 5 a.m. to go buy all the 75% off chocolates at CVS. I love that.
We don't need that much chocolate.
75% off.
Oh, I thought you meant 75% of the chocolate.
No, they're off. Lexi Lex says, if this person doesn't randomly show romance throughout the year, then don't expect them to change on this particular day. Don't expect anything from anyone, and just let yourself get surprised. That's the thing. One of the best quotes that I ever heard is, people don't upset you. Your expectations of them do.
That's true.
So we expect a person to respond a certain way. And when they don't, we get upset. We expect a person to spoil us on this holiday. And if they don't, we get upset. If you don't have any expectations, if you just do what you like and what feels good to you without harming anybody else, you'll have the best life ever. So yeah.
It's like when I get random messages from people, friends or strangers or people that support me, and they say like heartfelt things. I'm like, oh, that's why I end up crying so easily, because you didn't expect it. It's just like out of nowhere. But if you're like, hey, send me a heartfelt message today at 6 p.m., then it's like, oh, this ain't what I thought I was going to get. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're such a softie now these days. I love it.
I don't know what it is, but good old Senior left this planet and left me a soul, apparently.
Oh, talking about his dad, Clayton Senior, CT Senior.
He's not CT though.
But I didn't want to say Clayton, baby.
You know what was dope? Remember before he passed, he put on the CT hoodie?
Yeah, y'all both were.
I was like, oh man.
That was cute.
That's what let me know he was proud of me. Even though he told me often that he was proud of me. Both my parents told and tell me how proud they are of me. And I'm like, man, why couldn't y'all be addicts so I could be in the league?
Or why couldn't one of them be a deadbeat?
Yeah, then I'd have this motivation to be Denzel.
Why couldn't they have you living on the streets for a while?
In the slums.
Come on, man.
But instead, they gave me everything I needed and wanted and showered me with love. And here I am, still successful. But you get my point.
Y'all let them down. Damn
it, all this love that they gave me.
I agree with that. I used to feel the same way. I felt like I hadn't struggled enough to make it because everybody else had gone through so much coming up.
Because a lot of people don't give the success stories of their childhood. I want to be one of those people that when I get interviewed, well, I guess I already am, but it's like when you get interviewed, you talk about how your parents gave you things and showered you with this love, and you didn't come from a broken home.
That sounds like you're bragging. People hate that.
And that's why
people want to relate to your struggles.
What I'm realizing is, and this goes to the video that we did where I was talking about me being humble, and you said I wasn't.
You're not.
Goes to people.
Go ahead.
And thank you, Autumn Reed, for standing up for your boy. Anyway,
she's trying to stand your good
you
side.
You didn't even read the comment. You got to read what she said to say if she's wrong or right. Okay. But my point is, in that, people don't like to see you be confident in. They don't like to see the opposite of humility. They want to only see if they're doing better than you. And if you sound like one girl commented, you are humble, but a lot of your opinions make you not humble. And it's like, so if you are humble means you can't have opinions.
Yeah, shut up.
Which is crazy. So in that regard, I would rather people hate me for who I am than what I used to be, which was trying to be somebody else just to get people to love me.
That's the phrase. I'd rather people hate me for who I am than to love me for who I'm not.
Yeah, than to love me for who I'm not. It's like, I see so many of my friends, I can't say friends, I see so many people that I know or are
associates
that people love. They're like, oh, I love such and such. They're just this, they're just that. And I'm like, no, they're not. They are, this is a lie. I'm being real. And you hate me, but you love this. When that person gets mad and blows up and gives everybody the business, y'all gonna be mad.
Let's get the last few, then we'll get out of here. CT, he could have told you he was proud and hit you with the slow-mo punch. That's what
hilarious.
Isaac says CT wanted to be B-Rabbit and instead ended up as Papa Doc.
Definitely Papa Doc. I'm Papa Doc City. I went to Oak Park High School. Thank God, glory be to God. My mother always gave me things that I wanted and needed. I did not ever go without. Our lights were always on. My father was always around to talk and give me advice.
Again,
I mean, but bragging.
You're bragging again. Nobody wants to hear this.
Nobody want to hear it?
Nobody wants to hear it. I grew up in a 2-story house in Inglewood. I'm from Inglewood. They love that. But when they find out it's not that Inglewood, it's the Inglewood that was up on a hill with a pool and a jacuzzi, 4 bedrooms.
How do you think I feel about being from Detroit? I'm not from the slums in Detroit. I'm from nice parts of the city. There are parts of Detroit that I've never even seen.
Back to relationships.
Okay. This is the relationship between our parents. They
Ashley,
hate us?
They hate us. Ashley White says, oh, wait. Ashley. Autumn Reed says, Ashley, if you really want to celebrate, invite your friends over, both singles and couples, and have Valentine's Day pizza party, kind of like what we used to do in elementary school.
Yo, that would be
It would be
crazy.
fun, but she says she doesn't have friends, so she can't do that yet.
You need some friends.
You need some friends. Amos says it sucks, though, not expecting anything and having your expectations coming true. To not expect to get anything and then you really don't get anything.
You know what was great about last year's birthday? The members of Team CT came through right before my birthday, and it was iconic. So by the time, because I think my birthday was on Monday last year, so it was like by the time my actual birthday came, I was already done celebrating.
Yeah, we had a good time.
I didn't need, the birthday wishes online because they had given me this amazing weekend of birthday love.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I was hoping that we could do that again with both of our teams coming out at the same time.
Let's do it.
So y'all come out here in May.
Well, we got to plan. We can't just say y'all come out
here.
Show
up, pick a date. And I'm saying we'll plan it. But if Team CT all day and Team Tanjareen could be in California,
let's plan it before the next episode.
Because both of our birthdays are in May, our anniversaries in May. I think that would be really fun.
Let's plan something. Let's make a date of when we would like to do it in May and tell everybody next week. And if they would like to come, they can start, because it's February. People to get their money together, they got to get their time off from work, all of that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's a deal?
Yes, baby, lead me.
You need to be led.
I do. Reggie Williams says, a 2-story house, the F? Listen, Tanjareen, you had a jacuzzi growing up? Ooh, LOL, living the life. I did, actually. I did. Zane said we threw him off by being here on a Tuesday, so he's late because I think he was working out. But yeah, we're on a Tuesday because he's got something else to do tomorrow at the time of the show. He's going to let y'all know what it is after he makes sure everything goes as planned.
I'm going to let the squad know in my headset probably later tonight or tomorrow night. But the world will have to wait because I learned my lesson from that movie.
Aww,
that they were also in my head, except for what Ashley said. What?
That would be fun. I just don't have those friends.
And here's the thing: you're young. You're gonna have friends. I make friends every other week, Ashley. As soon as you go across somebody and you be like, "Oh, I like your energy. Let's be friends." That's how easy it is.
I want a picture like this. This would be the screenshot.
You know how I know it's time to get my braids taken down and retwisted and everything?
How?
The regard you just had for my hair when you put this hood on it is crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm not tripping off that.
I see.
Okay, let's do a screenshot.
Oh, how many arguments, Bandersnatch?
Oh,
none. Get at your boy.
Okay, 1, 2, cheese. Somebody tell me what minute this is. Okay, cheese. All right, great.
This is minute 108.
Thank you. I don't know what to name this episode. You guys let me know in the comments and let me know what your favorite moments were. CT seems like he got some exciting news. Yes, maybe he does. Cute. I feel like it is easy for women to make friends as it is for men.
I'll tell y'all that's because y'all are squad.
Everybody on the internet, you gonna tell them?
This is us.
Okay.
In 2013, Tanjareen, I told Tanjareen for years, I grew up watching cartoons and I had all these character voices that I can do, but I never did it in my stand-up because that's not my style in stand-up. Like I speak about my life, relationships, dating, and just like stories. And when the stories happen, I'll animate the voices. But a lot of times, just the type of voices that I like to do don't fit my comedic style or the audience that I perform in front of. So, excuse me, Tanjareen got me voiceover classes, which has been my dream to be a voice of a character animated since I was a little boy, playing with my action figures and just giving them all voices. Shortly after that, Tanjareen actually got into voiceover because she got us the classes, so we were both in there learning together. And she booked this Denny's role. She's the voice of the egg for like years, and that was my first voiceover audition. And when she told me about who got the role that I read for, and I guess how it all came about, I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was just like, "There's something in me broke that day, to be honest with y'all." And I got very discouraged. And I know that's crazy to be discouraged in that avenue, but in stand-up and acting and writing and all that, continue to push forward. But it's almost like I felt like I was not good enough. And when your dream gets broken like that, there's no one way to go about fixing it. So in the back of my mind, I just left it on the shelf for years. And Tanjareen continued and continues to book voiceover gigs because she has an amazing voice and she deserves it and she's talented. But that just became one of those things where I was just like, hey, I'm clapping for my wife. That just might be something that I don't get a chance to live. And I got an audition for a voiceover gig last week from someone who thought that I was very funny and wanted me to read for this role. And my agent sent it to me and I read for it and I booked it. And that films tomorrow.
Yay! So long story short, he booked a voiceover job that shoots tomorrow during the time
You
we've been doing this podcast.
That's
why we're not doing it tomorrow. We're doing it today. I'm so happy for him because yes, like he said, he's always wanted to voice characters. I wasn't really thinking I could get into voiceovers because everybody said once you're in, the same people stay in, do all the roles and until they die, and there's no way to break in. So I was like, okay, let's just pay for these classes. Let's do it together. He is going to be doing a role, and I'm excited to see it.
One of Tanjareen's biggest voiceover jobs helped us get this house.
Yeah.
You see that?
I did. Thank you, baby.
I'm getting you up. I'm putting you over.
I appreciate that, baby.
Yep. All right. Y'all take care.
Wait a minute now.
What's going on?
You did all that, and we didn't do the proper goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching episode number 76 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your real life married couple hosts, Tanjareen and CT. Please remember to leave a comment under the video here on YouTube because you've been leaving them in the live chat so far. Please let us know what your favorite part of the show was, what we should title the show. And remember to come back next Wednesday, which will be Valentine's Day. We're going to do the show before we go out to our fancy dinner. And he's going to be doing comedy at, I don't know where.
No, I'm off this weekend.
He's off this weekend. And I'm off this weekend because Super Bowl is on Sunday and we're probably going to have a couple friends over.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how what I'm about to do shows that I love my wife. Okay? Because that, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on this show. We've been doing the show for an hour and 12 minutes and I did not have to do this theme song. So we're going to do the theme song.
Oh my God, we didn't do the theme song and I forgot.
I could have let you go, but that's how smooth I am.
I
we do it when I want to do it.
Well, actually, that's not true. We did your new theme song. Which do you remember it? Do you remember it?
No, because I made it up right there.
So try it. Try to do it.
I don't remember what I did either.
Try it. It was clapping.
Marriage Go Round.
No, it was cooler than that.
I don't remember.
All right. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. Marriage Go Round.
You gotta count. What are you doing?
Okay. Oh,
what's going on?
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Marriage Go Round. Marriage Go Round. Tanjareen and CT. Marriage Go Round.
Because it's married things
and things are rough.
Married things and things are rough. The real relationship podcast. Block up, block up, block up.
Look at that. We did 2 theme songs.
You gotta make them happy.
I love this song. Is Villainy coming back?
Man, great question. In a different form. That's what one of my meetings this morning was about. In a different form.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for being here. Bye. Watch my video on Instagram.